What's going on, guys? This is Sam, and today I want to show you what is on my iPhone 10. I've been using this since November, and my setup since February when I made my last What's on my iPhone video has changed quite a bit. So I want to give you a look at everything that's on my phone. I actually want to start off with the case. I get so many questions about this. As you can see, it is a Rhino Shield. This is the crash guard for iPhone 10. I'll leave a link down below in the description to where you can get one for yourself. So I'd highly recommend it, and I've worked with Rhino Shield in the past. Just a really great company all the way around. So on the first page here, this is Outlook. This is how it looks like when you're using or opening an email, and I just like the interface a lot because of the swipe gestures. I like how you can swipe left or right to do whatever. For example, my swipe right is read and archive. If I swipe left, I can schedule the email to be reminded about it at a later date. It's similar to an app called Mailbox, which was bought by Dropbox but then eventually shut down. For my calendar, I do rock Google Calendar. Apple's calendar is pretty good. I don't have that many issues with it, but I really like the interface and the layout of Google Calendar. Photos right there, camera, maps. There's not a whole lot of third-party integration until we get to Dark Sky. I've probably had this app on my iPhone for 3 or 4 years now. If you swipe over here, you've got a radar view, which is still for some reason not inside of Apple's weather app, and over here you've got your 7-day future forecast. And if you tap on any of these, you can view a ton of details. Once again, precipitation, temperature, all of that 7 days in advance, which is super helpful. Obviously, the farther you get out, the less accurate the data will likely be, but it's still pretty good, and usually the app gets pretty close. After Dark Sky, we have News and then LifeX. LifeX allows you to control any of your LifeX enabled lights. So they're smart lights, they work with Siri, you can manually enable them through the app, you can set them up through the app. Following LifeX is Bear. If there's an app that is the backbone to my channel, this is probably it. I use this to take notes before pretty much any video that I ever make. I don't talk completely off the cuff or memorize everything, and I'm not just freeballing and giving you a lot of information that isn't totally important or totally vital. So Bear is really great. This is a brand new folder that I have for finance. CoinCap allows you to track basically the value of any cryptocurrencies right now. They're all super volatile still, so they're constantly going up and down, but it's cool because there's thousands and thousands of coins on here. Over here is Loaf Wallet, allows you to store Litecoin, Bread Wallet for Bitcoin, Toast Wallet for Ripple or XRP. Those three are all cryptocurrencies, of course. Robinhood allows you to trade stocks. It's all fee-free trading, so if you want to sign up, I get a kickback, and also you get a free stock as well, which is super cool. After that is Stash, also same kind of deal. It allows you to trade stocks. I think that one is $1 a month, so there is a small fee to use that application, but also I got a referral code down below. The Cash App right here, you can buy Bitcoin with this. It's also just to send money to other people or receive money as well. I believe that is owned by Square. They're a pretty cool company. PayPal for receiving and sending payments. I use that pretty much exclusively when working with sponsors to actually get paid. And then Bank of America for my personal banking, and Zently, they're a sponsor that I've worked with in the past, and because I'm moving into an apartment soon, I'm actually really excited to use the service all the time now that I won't be living in the dorms at college. YouTube there, clearly one of my favorite applications on my phone. App Store and then Shop. This has a lot of mixed bag stuff. I've got Amazon, eBay, Amazon Seller, the Apple Store app. Goat and StockX are for buying sneakers. I don't know. I'm definitely not a Supreme person, but I kind of appreciate the design sometimes. They came out with a really cool new boat I'll flash up over here, or like a kayak that just has the Supreme logo on it, but there's definitely something about it that just looks great. I mean, I think it's one of the best logos probably ever. A Nike sneaker app, and then Frenzy is also like a shoe resale/retail app. Apollo is such a good application. I cannot hype this app up enough. No sponsorship or anything, but it is my favorite Reddit client. You can set favorite subreddits. I use this every day. One of the first apps I use to check the Apple subreddit or to check the iPhone subreddit or any subreddits that you're subscribed to. I used to use Narwhal, but this has quickly become my #1 Reddit app, and people all around the internet seem to love it equally as well. Just really great design, swipe gestures, once again, fantastic support. Cannot say enough good things about Apollo. After Apollo, we have a row of Apple apps, activity, wallet, settings, and phone. Down here is YouTube Studio that allows me to check all of my analytics, how many views I'm getting, subscribers, money, everything from just my YouTube channel. And then Tweetbot, also another staple on my phone. This and Bear are some of the first apps that I install anytime I get a new phone. It's just a Twitter client. So this is just my Twitter timeline. But the design here is fantastic. It's definitely made for power users. You can see all your activity. You've got search. You can even view your own profile. Instagram, of course, right here for Instagram. And then in here, this is a folder I made right before this video because some of these applications I use all the time, Some of these I touch maybe once a week. Facebook I use quite a lot still, Facebook Messenger. LinkedIn is great for connecting with other people. SoundCloud for finding new music and dropping my mixtape there soon. Snapchat, stock Twitter app if I ever need to create a poll because Tweetbot doesn't support all the features that the stock Twitter app does. And then Tinder and Bumble just for fun. Over here on the next page, I've got some more Apple applications, lots of stuff inside here. Just a way to organize it because I didn't delete all these because there are some times when I need to use them. I just don't need to use them most of the time. So that's why these are tucked away in a folder. Following that folder right there, we have Files. Shortcuts is the new iOS 12 app that is basically workflow but built into the iPhone where you have a bunch of quick actions or automation workflows here. 1Password, of course, to store all of your passwords. I've worked with them as a sponsor in the past. Really great company, amazing product. And I can't recommend it enough for the best password manager on the iPhone, on the Mac, on the iPad, pretty much anywhere you go. Google, all my Google apps are in here. AdSense for ads, analytics to check how many people are on my website. Google Docs, Photos. Google Photos is great. It's free, unlimited photo backup. I'm sure they get your data somehow because Google is a very data-intense company. But if you want completely free, unlimited photo backup, they do that, which is crazy. Next, I rarely use the Amazon Alexa app. Sonos is really a great app. It allows you to control all of your Sonos speakers wirelessly over Wi-Fi. There's now AirPlay 2 integration on a lot of Sonos things, which means that straight from the music app, natively using AirPlay, you can AirPlay to Sonos. So those are my two Sonos ones inside of the studio. Through AirPlay, really great. So the need for the Sonos app is definitely decreased, but I still use it quite a bit because not all of Sonos' speakers in our house actually support the AirPlay 2 framework right now. Deliveries is for tracking packages. I don't have anything coming in right now, which is super sad. But it's a great package tracker. It allows you to input all your USPS, Amazon, DHL, almost any shipping provider service details in here, and then track when your package is going to be here and get a push notification when the status has been updated or when it is delivered. Shazam, Apple actually purchased. Most of you have probably heard of this by now, but it allows you to identify nearly any song that is playing. Discord is an app generally centered around gaming, so you can talk to your friends while playing games online. It's like Skype, but better in every single way. I use it to talk to my friends whenever I'm playing Fortnite. Eero allows me to control my Wi-Fi network, although I think I'm going to switch because Eero has been giving my iMac Pro and new MacBook Pro random internet issues. So I cannot recommend the Eero mesh network system at this time because it worked great for a while, but now I seem to be having some random issues with it. T-Mobile because I just switched and I can check not really data, but just when a bill is due, or if I want to change my features, I can do it through that app. After T-Mobile is MyQ by Chamberlain. This is incredible. You can open your garage door over Wi-Fi. On some of the newer models, I think it supports HomeKit, so you could actually ask Siri to open your garage door and your garage door would open, which is super cool. I'm very into like automation and smart home. Root, I've been getting ads for, and I wanted to try it out. It is an insurance driving monitoring rate app, and it tells you how you're driving and what you're doing. You get a little score. I don't actually know if it's going to be good or if it's going to lower my rate, but I'm trying it either way. Hopefully it will give me a cheaper auto insurance rate because it's really expensive right now. Pixelmator is probably the best image editing application on the iPhone, not for like photo editing or photo tweaking, I would say. I think there's a lot better alternatives, but for just graphic design on an iOS device. For example, I was working on this image that I shared when Telosive Tech and I streamed, and I made this on my iPhone. But if you don't have your computer and you need to make an image or something or an announcement via image form, this is definitely a really great option right there. Oh, thank you to whoever just donated on Patreon. YT count is really useful, very cool. I use it constantly. Allows you to track any of your favorite YouTube channels. So I follow a lot of other tech YouTubers on here to see if they're coming up on a milestone, to congratulate them on Twitter or via YouTube. After YT count is Stripe. That is my payment processing platform that I use to support Apple Pay and credit card payments on my merch site, updatebrand.com, WordPress to manage my website because that is a WordPress-based site. In productivity, I just threw in a couple of these applications that I use quite a bit. Music Memos is a cool app that Apple came out with a couple years ago. And it came in really hot. They updated it a lot, and it seems like they've sort of fallen off or dropped off. As you can see, it doesn't even look like it's updated for the iPhone 10. but it allows you to quickly record something like voice memos, but I think it has a built-in tuner right here. Save all your tunes in here. I've just got some random stuff that I made on the piano or on my computer in the past. Famebit is great. If you're a YouTuber, it's a really great way to start getting sponsorships on your channel. They do take a 10% fee of everything they owe you though. Like everything the brand pays you, Famebit gets 10%, which is definitely really frustrating as a creator, but that's the price you pay. iRobot is for my Roomba that I got. I made the big purchase. Like I knew I made it on YouTube when I could buy a Roomba. If you've never had an Auntie Annes pretzel, you have to. They are absolutely phenomenal. And I don't use a rewards program for many places, but Auntie Annes is one of them. And I'm definitely a little bit ashamed that I have an Auntie Annes app on my iPhone 10, but it's a pretty good app, and you get free pretzels from time to time for like birthdays or I think other special occasions. NordVPN is a really great VPN. They sponsored the channel a while back, and the service is still really good, so I kept it on here, and hopefully I get to work with them again on more sponsored content. Patreon for managing the iupdate Patreon page. If you want to go that extra mile to help support the channel, I post some exclusive stuff on here from time to time, so you get to be in like the special iupdate club. Support there has been incredible already, so thank you. Great Clips is an app that I have to schedule hair appointments. Speed Test for testing how fast your internet is. Geekbench for benchmarking phones. Quora is a cool question and answer app where anybody can ask a question and somebody in that field that the question is being asked to, basically an opinion leader of anything, can answer something related to what they know about or their topic of interest, which is really cool. It's an app that's pretty low key, but an app that I'm a huge fan of. Xbox I use from time to time to see which one of my friends are online, whether or not it's worth popping on my Xbox One. TestFlight for testing applications. Apple distributed their new Shortcuts app through here. And then Printful, my last app on my home screen right there, is used to fulfill all the merch that is purchased on my website, and they're the company I work with to make sure that orders are actually getting out to all of you. Finally is GroupMe down below. It's basically like iMessage for all devices. I think it's owned by Facebook, I'm not sure, but it works pretty well. Pretty good support across web, iPhone, Android, Mac, PC, whatever platform you're on. But I still prefer, of course, iMessage when possible. Finally, the last thing I want to talk about is my wallpaper. This is the stock iOS 12 wallpaper, so if you're interested in downloading that, I'll leave a link down below in the description. You can go ahead and download the full res version over on my website. But as of right now, this is what's on my iPhone 10 as of July 2018. As always, I'd love to hear your thoughts on my setup down below in the comment section. Let me know if you use any of the same apps I do, or if I should be using some of the apps that all of you use every day. If you enjoyed watching, drop a like, and of course, you'd subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And if you want to help support the channel, as always, you can head over to updatebrand.com. For now, I've been Sam. This is what's on my iPhone. Hope you're doing great, and I will talk to you in my next video.